So today guys, I'm going to be showing you some of the filters and trading methods where you can make the easiest coins in EAFC. So if you're new around here and you need a bit of a better team, maybe like mine or even better, you're in the right place. Just remember to subscribe while you're here so you stay up to date with the videos. And of course, if you do want some coins, maybe in a bit of a faster way, well, if you guys are fed up of coming against nicks like me and foot champs who use loans and OP cards from day one,
I'm getting really sick of you! Get out now!
Then you need to head over to mitchcactus.com where not only can you buy the cheapest and most reliable FIFA coins on the EA market, you'll find over 10,000 reviews from people who have used the services and enjoyed them in the past. So make sure to head over to mitchcactus.com and use code RECALL for 5% off. Now first of all, kicking off, there's a few things we can do and going through the SBCs to actually make coins out of these at the moment pretty much for free. So if you take yourself over to some of the upgrades that are available, you'll see where you can do this. Now first of all, you've got your gold upgrade, your daily gold upgrade, which essentially you put in bronze and silver players back, which you get back from 2 packs you get from it, and then of course you get your daily gold upgrade, which you can then craft into all the numerous upgrades that we've got going on at the moment. Now of course the UCL heroes upgrades are all becoming untradeable. I think some of the initial ones were tradable, but what isn't untradeable of course is your UEFA marquee matchups. So here's something you can stop off and do to make yourselves a little bit of extra coinage. And of course if you take yourself to the marquee matchups, that is another SBC where the entire set is going to be tradable and a big profit to yourselves. Now the other thing we can do, of course, we've been through this a few times, if you take yourself through your club, a club gut is always a good idea, and you want to ignore my win-loss there because I've quit an absolute ton of games. But if you take yourself over to your club, what you will find is if we go through things like badges, maybe even my main badge, having a look, you can see that I've actually done a bit of a club gut before. But if we scroll down to some of the other options, I mean, if we go to chance, for example, you have a ton of options here. I mean, if we go down to here, I've got pages on pages. Let's have a look where it cuts off. So actually, for me on this one, this entire page, all of these are tradable. I can get rid of all them. Similarly, if we go down to goal sounds, you've got a ton of tradable ones here. So obviously not everyone's going to have as much as me because I've probably opened more packs than the general public. However, you will have a lot of stuff that you sent to your club which you simply did not need to, that's wasted, that you can go on and get some profit out of. So it's definitely worth going and doing. Now, of course, when we take ourselves to the transfer market, there are a couple things we can do to maximize our profit here as well. Now I think that managers are a really easy utilizable feature in EAFC. Now we've got French managers finally showing up easily. You've got 2 of them there as well, which kind of shows that we've maybe got some potential for some filters here. So let's have a look. 4.8, you've got a couple still coming up. So even with Mbappe player of the month, you know, tons and tons of cards that will obviously fall under the remit of this being a benefit, you've now got these at their cheapest value. So 4,500 coins is the cheapest you'll be able to cop these guys. Now I do believe it wouldn't be a bad idea to do a massive surge of buying under that basis and actually save these until they go up to 5k again. Now you've got the likes of this one here, we've just picked up for 4,000 coins. Now I'm going to do my best first of all to sell that at around 4.7. Now if it doesn't sell at 4.7, we're going to relist at 4.5 and we're still going to be getting ourselves near 500 coins profit. Now that one there might be a little bit harder to get the profit out of. Obviously it's slightly worse in terms of our margin, but if we pop that one up to 4.6, obviously with EA tax coming in, we're still making a decent bit. So we're just going to pop this to 4.2 just to make sure what we are getting out of these is decent. Now, the other nation that you're obviously going to find is the better of the nations is, of course, Brazil. So if we take ourselves over to Brazil, and one thing that's going to be impacting these filters right now is the fact that right now bronze packs are being given out in the absolute tons. So right now, it's just easier to deal with them. Now, I can't believe that Brazil has gone this low because, I mean, this is almost unheard of. Brazil was literally unsnipeable not too long ago. So, I mean, it looks like they've even gone down to pretty much the lowest you can go. I mean, 500 is low, but like that is, I mean, comparable. There will be people who have bronze managers in their squad right now that they would have had to snipe for 5,000 coins, which is absolutely crazy. You've gone from the absolute pits of the transfer market to being a quite easily snipeable card. I mean, if we go to the end here and have a look at what compare price options there are, I mean, there's so many pages at 500. I'd say a good way to manage these 2 little filters here would be to pop them on like a 250 buy now. I mean, you could definitely pick up an entire page of these bad boys quite easily, and I think that's a good route to go down. Now, the other route you can go down, of course, is your generalized sniping. Now, Playstyles Plus played a big part this year in making sniping a lot easier. If you go minimum 10 to 50 Premier League, let's say Brazil, for example. So let's have a look what we got there. So Casemiro, we got Gabriel Jesus, we've got Joe Linton. That's actually quite a good little one there, really, because obviously Ramirez is out of the question. But Joe Linton and Casemiro very, very close in value. So let's pop that one on, see how much tighter we can get that filter there. Looking at around the 40k mark for both of them. Okay, so 37 seems to be the cutoff for our Casemiro here. EA tax realistically on 40k brings it down to 38. So let's just have a look. Are we selling these at 40k or are we going to sell them at, I don't know. Oh, that would have been an absolute worldie. We've had a bit of a blunder there. So we are looking for, oh, that's a good one. We are looking for a faster sniping hand. That's what we're bloody looking for. We'll go for 36s right now. I'm going to knock this down to 36. We're trying to sell them on at, I would say, 39 or 40. Now, of course, if you're selling it on at 40, you're making a decent bit there. 2,000 coins profit. Obviously, if we were to go to 37 and sell it at 40, it's, oh, we want to check Joe Linton's price. Let me just make sure, because otherwise I'm going to end up sniping him and being fuming. So let's just make sure he is a snipe before we do that. So Joe Linton. Am I being dumb? Linton, oh, it's one name. 38. So actually this 30, yeah, okay, this is pretty, I think this price range is pretty clear on both of them. Anything is a snipe. I think because realistically 38,750 on Footbin is 39. So if we get either of these, we're absolutely laughing. That would have been an absolute laugh. I don't know how we've missed that one there. After a few missed snipes, we managed to get one. And the problem is, I'm going to have to send that to my club because I've just forgot. I'm completing Mbappe just to give you guys, just so you know it's genuine. I'm not just hogging him and not trading him. If we go over to my SBCs, go over to my players, you can see Mbappe. We have 2 days to finish with 4 SBCs left, and as you can imagine, I'm absolutely quaking in my boots getting this one done because we just need to pretty much dump the club in here. I mean, Sonny Boy's probably going to end up gone. We've got Rolfo there. We've got Grealish is probably going to see the door. I think Aubameyang probably goes in as well, and it's going to cost me a pretty penny on top. So obviously, understandably, we're going to save all the 89s that we do snipe, which of course, if you do want to snipe 89s, there's a few filters we can do it in. Another one, if we go over to minimum 10,250 gold rare. I want to say this works for most leagues, but La Liga is probably a better one for it. La Liga, as you can see, we've got quite a few players actually. I was actually meaning to go for the goalkeepers, but quite a few there. So if we go for goalkeepers there, we've got the likes of ter Stegen, we've got Courtois. I do believe we've also got the likes of Oblak. So we've got an 88, an 89 and a 90. So quite a varied filter there. Obviously the 88s and 89s are not far from each other anymore. So you've got a much closer knit group in terms of them. So there's definitely some profit we can actually get making off of these bad boys. So let's knock this down. All 20k is maybe a little bit too low. We probably want to go to 24. So having a look there, EA tax on this bad boy, 10%, 2.4 half, so it's 1,200 coins. So I'd say at 23, we can probably sell them at 25. Oh, that would have been a good snipe. That would have been an absolutely lovely snipe. So we've had a bit of a finesse there. We would have been absolutely laughing if we managed to get that one. We might have to grab ourselves a few more Oblak just to make up for the error in our ways. Now, obviously, the other big goalkeeper filter that has a similar kind of basis to this one is, of course, if we pop over to the Premier League. Actually, no, we're going to get a snipe first. We're gonna do it. We're going to get a snipe first. I want to actually be a good sniper. Come on, we've got to get at least one. I mean, the fact that we came on and just did it, you know what I mean? That just shows class. I am obviously just in that degree of sniper that we just, as you can see, don't miss. Minimum 10,250 on this one. Goalkeeper Brazil, really easy. I mean, 88 and 89 again. So you do have that disparity in the rating, but the reality is they're very close to each other in the price. You've got 88 at similarly 24, 23k there. I mean, if we have a look, 24. EA tax on that one, 1.2, so you probably would have picked him up for 22. Oblak was a little bit better in the pricing, so this is an 800 coin profit. If we knock it down a little bit more, or if we squeeze a few more coins out of him, we're absolutely laughing. So it's an easy filter right now. I think with the higher rated cards at the minute, it's just best to go for them if you want easy coins. And of course, the other thing you got to do if you want easy coins, it's really simple. There's a little red subscribe button that you will be able to see on your screen if you are not in full screen right now. If you just click that, it's going to give me an extra subscriber. It's going to give you a ton of FIFA coins, and it will make me happy. Do you know what I mean? There's an added bonus of making a 23-year-old bloke happy. I probably doesn't really apply to any of you, or it wasn't something you wanted, but it's an added bonus. Someone's going to be happy because of something you did, and I'm not happy about that. But hope you enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you tomorrow.